What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Nick, when they come for you,
I don't
sir?
know.
I'll tell you. They're gonna be coming for you.
Yeah.
We're running a little late today. Nick, what happened? What happened? What happened with the scheduled show?
I don't know if they're gays or what, searching me down and grabbing my nuts. I'm a motherfucker on a warpath, and when I'm finished, there's going to be a bloodbath.
No, there's not.
Oh, and if I catch a police out of shape when I'm finished, you better bring the yellow tape.
No
To
police
take
violence.
down the scene of the slaughter.
No police violence on this channel, sir. I think you're trying to get me banned. I'm gonna have the what is the ASPC on me? Is that who it is? ASPC?
The SPCA. The SPCA is the
What's the
is the pets thing.
That's a pets thing?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want them on me either. PETA. They try to attack me. Welcome to your Vape at 5 today. You've got the world champions in the house. The world tag team, Coil building champions, Nick. I think if we were a tag team, Nick, yeah. I think if we were a tag team, I'd be the guy who goes out and kind of like irritates the crowd and toys with them and gets beat up, and then I run over and barely make it to the tag and tag you, and then you would come in and win.
They would always beat you up and make sure you wouldn't tag me in.
Yeah, they would try to keep me from tagging. They'd have me in the corner, and I'd have my arm outstretched the whole time trying to tag you. That's how I see us as a tag team. But I'd be the one who talked in all the interviews. I'd be the instigator. Yeah, we'd be world champions.
You ever see when Booker T dropped the N-word on accident?
No.
It's so funny.
Did he really?
I have to send it to you. It's so funny. Oh my god.
Was it the guy interviewing him holy shit, this guy?
Yeah, and then he tried to play it off, so he said it again, only he said ninjas. It was so funny. Man.
He said ninjas?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound the same. Starts with the same letter, doesn't sound the same at all. Has a J in it,
so
not
funny.
a G.
I think he called Hulk Hogan it, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
That is with the A pronunciation, I assume.
I forget which one he used. It's pretty old, so he might not have.
I stay away from both of those pronunciations just to keep people from ever getting in any way them rearranged at all. Don't want that kind of stuff happening in my life.
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy. He was from Pakistan. He was a Pakistani. And I used to call everybody the Nigga, and I'd be like, dude, you're going to get the shit kicked out of you one day.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you are. You keep calling everybody that. They're going to beat you up. He's like, no, they like me. I'm like, oh. Be careful. You're treading on very thin ice, sir. Nick, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining today.
Thanks for having me. Man, we got a lot of people here.
A lot of people? Holy cow. Who's all here? Who do you see?
Everybody.
Who's on the chat? Everybody. Well,
yeah.
Let's take a gander. Let's see. Let's go through on a scale. Let's do this, Nick. We've never done this before. I'm going to go through the participants list. And on a scale of 1 to 5, I want you to give me your approval of their viewership of you. You ready?
Their approval of my
your
viewership.
Approval of their from 1 to 5. How much you enjoy them watching you. I'm just gonna say names. You ready?
Okay.
All right, Addy Tooney. What's up, Addy?
He gets a 10.
10?
Yeah.
It's 1 to 5.
I'm not just saying that. Addy gets a 10.
It's 1 to 5.
It's 1 to 5?
Yes.
5.5?
Okay. How about Frank? How about Frank? What does Frank get?
He doesn't watch me. He gets a 1.
He gets a 1. I give Frank about a 2. I give Frank. Well, I've gone partial to Frank. Now, when Frank first started coming around, he was about a 2, and then he just grew on me. Now he's a 5. I give Frank. Frank's a very active participant in the chat. He runs the chat. Him and Joey the motherfucking O. Do you know?
Yeah, I know. Even when I'm not in the chat, he gives me shout outs in there.
Yeah.
And puts my link in there.
Yeah. Who else can we? Let's grab somebody else there. Kim Dixon. What do you give Kim Dixon?
Kim Dixon, I'll give her. This is a hard one. Sometimes 1, sometimes 5. Because she'll just text me middle fingers sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Middle fingers.
Oh yeah. So
that
when she mails me stuff, she gets a 5. Other than that, she gets a 1.
I give Kim a 5. I think Kim is super fantastic.
Okay, I'll give her a 5.
All right. Well, we got quite a few people in here today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Good to see everybody. Got some new faces in there. Nick, you have something new I was going to talk to you about. You started... What did you start this week?
Oh, I started a Patreon.
You did?
Yeah. I was actually going to make a joke about that.
What's the joke?
Okay, well, it has to start off not a joke, so this isn't a joke. No, I really do appreciate everybody that came onto my Patreon. I would never, ever forget you for support me and everything. And Scott, you should come on my Patreon.
I am on your Patreon, Nick.
Oh, I forgot.
Highest tier. Highest tier. That tells you, ladies and gentlemen, that tells you how well. You know, I expect some stuff for that highest tier patron, Nick.
Yeah, they got to give me my money.
I want special treatment. I want to be treated with the proper respect. You will no longer refer to me as Boobhead. No longer. You will call me by my God-given name, Scott.
Did they hold your money for a couple days?
I don't think so. I hope not.
No?
I hope not, because I don't think I have any more money in there. They've ever taken it, or I may not be a patron at all. I may have defaulted, be a declined patron.
Yeah, they're maybe, I don't know. Did you fill out the tax thing right away?
Tax thing?
Yeah.
You mean for your money? Yeah, you got to fill that out.
Okay.
I suggest you, just my personal, is get an LLC and put it to that. That way you can claim it on your taxes. You can claim it as a business. And then, like, all the money you spend on your show, like my camera, I can write the camera off. I can write, like, lighting off, shit like that, and just put that to the LLC. So I don't have to, like, claim it as profit and not have any write-offs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the best way to do it, because you have to pay taxes on it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, I'm super glad you started one. It's been long overdue. For everything you do for the community, I mean, I can't see why anybody, your Patreon's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. You do so much for the community,
I hope I could get it up there, because it just helps getting making just everything better. Yeah. Just everything better. You know, I have a job, so I don't really need it for, like, you know, it would be for just getting better cameras, lighting, doing the giveaways, anything like that.
Yeah, everything. I mean, that's ultimately what it is. I mean, it's not really spending money. It is money that you put back into the channel. Mm-hmm. And it's like everything that I've gotten over the last, like, 4 months, like, I've slowly acquired everything that I have now, where I'm now, like, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I've got everything I need right now. You know, what else do I want to do? And the Patreon has done all that. Patreon has done all that for me. And
then when you get up to a higher, you know, bringing in more money on the Patreon, then you get to do stuff like how, you know, Jay Hayes does with doing the donations and stuff, shit like that, helping out other people in the community.
Absolutely, man. And you'll see, like, it I look at it like, well, I mean, it's just totally separate money for me that I use for, like, you know, and for basically, I mean, I don't do donations just because I just don't have that much money, but I mean, I certainly would like to. You know, I think that may be a possibility down the road, but yeah, so it's really, really cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the Patreon money should be sent on a search party to find Boy Josh. We should combine our patrons. Fine, I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get in contact with him this week and see if at least just so I can see if I at least get an answer. Yeah. And maybe I don't know, maybe at least he'll come on a little bit. I don't know.
It'd be nice, man. I really I think he just doesn't want to do it anymore. And I remember when he came back and did a couple videos about a year ago, and he'd been gone for like 6-7 months. And he came back and did a couple reviews, I believe, and he just didn't seem comfortable to me. He just didn't seem comfortable.
It's like, I mean, we talk about the YouTube thing a lot, but it could be a very lonely thing too. Like, especially when you're only doing pre-recordings, like sitting there talking to yourself, it could get very lonely.
It can, and that's the thing. That's the thing about the live show. Like, I talk about it being tough to sit here and talk in front of an audience, but at least I've got feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I've got interaction. That's what I really, really like. But doing recorded reviews, I mean, it's got to get just deafening. Patrick King says, Scott, maybe you can buy some quality. Whatever. that would be fantastic. And Charlie says, Scott buys helicopters and shit. I wish I had a helicopter. I would travel exclusively by the helicopter if I had one.
Yeah, just so you could say, get in the chopper.
Yeah.
All the time.
And, like, go to the movies. He'll, like, pull up, make a big deal. You can, like, wave him off when you get out of the elevator. Or out of the elevator, out of the helicopter. Same thing. Elevator, helicopter, they both go up. Well, so, do you got anything unique going on this week, Nick? Anything new on the channel? Anything you're doing?
Well, tonight's Coil class. Coil class is tonight. We're going to do parallel Clapton and staggering. And then I'm trying to do a video every day soon. If I can get off the weekends, which Patreon will help me do that, and I got a raise, that'll help me do that, then I should be able to record the other 4 days that I'm not live.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to try to do a recording a day?
No. I'm actually doing all 4 recordings in one day and then edit them at once a day. So I did it this weekend. On Saturday, I recorded 3 videos.
Wow.
I edit one on Sunday, put it up, edit one on Sunday night, put it up for Monday morning. And now so I had a video yesterday. I'll have the live tonight. I'm going to edit it after the show tonight, so it goes up tomorrow morning, another video.
I feel like I'm kind of lazy.
No, it's just like everything else. Lazy. Once you do it more and more, you get quicker at it.
You do.
Yeah, and it's a good idea to do a lot at once. Like I got it watching Jay Hayes, and he said, like just last week, he said, this is my first video back. And I was like, wait a minute, you put a video up every fucking day. And this is your first day back. Yeah, so obviously he records like a whole bunch at once.
Yeah.
And then edits them here and there, I guess. And then somebody told me, he said before that he edits, it takes him like 4 hours a night to edit. And that makes sense.
I haven't done a recorded video in I don't know how long. I need to. I honestly, I've got to start doing something a little different to kind of help with the growth of the channel. And it is important to put content up every day. It really is. And I think there's in the algorithm, YouTube starts pushing your videos up higher if you have constant content. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of the bigger reviewers, you'll notice they do. They put up a video every single day. Mm-hmm. You know. So I definitely need to try something like that. As the format of my channel's been changing like over the last like couple months anyway. I just don't have. Do you have the product to be able to do that many recorded videos?
Well, see, I don't have to do all reviews though, so I could do tutorials. That's true. I have another idea for I have a couple other ideas for different videos where I don't need new products. Yeah, I could probably pull off at least 3 pre-recordeds a week. I think I could do. But if you notice, Scott, they do not spread around live videos.
No, they don't.
No, they spread around pre-recorded.
They do, and it's nearly impossible to grow on just lives. It really is.
Yeah, that's one thing I notice is like when I'll go on sometimes I'll go on my daughter's YouTube and like search my name and no lives will come up. Mm-hmm. It'll all be my pre-recorded. Mm-hmm. And I always see that. Like I'll look up, even sometimes I'll be watching somebody else's video and my videos will be there. It will never be a live. They'll always be pre-recorded. Yeah,
you're live. And if you look at your videos, like how many people are watching what videos, the live videos are never ever. Like my highest rated videos, I have like 3 maybe 5 pre-recorded videos are all my highest views. Mm-hmm. And I mean, and they're not even that good. You know what I mean? But I think they get promoted in the thing more, which is kind of sucks because it does take away from doing the lives. And I mean, I think the lives is what people really like. But certainly if you want to grow a channel, you got to do a lot of pre-records. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. The pre-recordeds are like for the masses. The lives are for your dedicated following. Like you know.
And that's one thing. Like you'll see. Like I always thought it was surprising. Sometimes you'll see people. Like I'm not gonna name names, but you'll see people with like 4, 5, 6, 7,000 people. You know, or maybe I've seen people with like 16, 17,000 subs do a live, and they'll have like 25 people in their live.
Yep.
And it's like, wow, like how do you not have more people than that? Well, it's because all they do is record, and people, you know, that's the type of audience that they have. So yeah, so maybe on Thursdays I'll start doing a recorded video. I honestly don't have the product. I have the product to do one. I mean, I did there for a while, but I don't anymore. And maybe that's now that I have money not going towards the equipment, maybe I'll start putting all the Patreon money into doing more reviews and things like that. That's not a bad idea, actually. We watch for Scott's fuck-ups. Yes, Jane. There are plenty of those in my videos. I like the fuck-ups. I always put the fuck-ups at the end.
Yeah.
All right, we got a... so, I came across something today, and I had not seen this, but I wanted to mention it and get your thoughts on it. Now, this kind of coincides with how a lot of organizations get things shut down. They don't always go right at the issue or whatever they're trying to fix or whatever they're trying to get done. They'll do it in kind of a sidewind or a sidestep type way. And I was reading this today. It says an obscure safety rule could shut down the vaping industry. So what this obscure rule is, this is a very important act. It is a Child Nicotine Poisoning Prevention Act. Very important act. Apparently, this just passed recently. And what it is they're putting new flow restrictions on e-liquid bottles that you can only dispense, what does it say here? 2 milliliters at a time? Yeah, 2 milliliters of e-liquid, no more than 2 milliliters of e-liquid at a time. So no glass bottles would pass. They'd all have to be plastic bottles. And when it's tipped upside down, basically there'll be no free-flowing liquid anymore coming out. So I don't know how they expect that to like shut down. I mean, most of the bottles I use are all plastic for the most part, and they don't really dispense. Like when you drip, you're not really using more than 2 milliliters anyway. But they're saying that this could shut down the vaping industry.
Sounds like it's going to make more business.
Does it? Yeah, I don't see.
Then there's going to be all these companies coming out with all these new bottles like Easy Dripper, and then they're going to change their bottles, have more sales. They're going to come out with different stuff. Everybody, like, it's just probably going to just cause more. You know, every time somebody says something, we always change something. Yeah. Glass bottles weren't good. The eyedroppers weren't good. When they talk about the labels didn't have the warnings on them, we just change it.
It looks like this passed in 2016 with the Obama administration. And they say it was the first. I'd never heard of it. I think it's because it's not effective. I don't know why they put this as a lead story. That's from April 29th. Lead story. I just went on to Vaping 360 and brought up some articles of things to talk about. That was one that was on there. Look who's in the chat. You see Chris Parks in the chat there?
Oh.
What's up, Chris? Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing good.
Chris Parks is quite often in my chat.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He must be here because you're here, because he never comes in my chat.
Probably. I'm pretty awesome.
You are pretty awesome, Nick.
Yeah.
You are pretty damn awesome, if I do say so myself.
I don't have a mullet because it's cut in the back, but it could look like a mullet.
What the hell are you doing with your hair there, Nick?
Fucking...
Are you gonna put a little?
Ned's making me grow it.
Who's doing it? Ned?
Yeah, Ned's making.
Take your hat off again. Let me see that.
It's pretty long, dude.
You've been riding skateboards. You're riding a skateboard.
I do.
Have you? That's how my hair used to be when I was a skateboarder. I used to ride a skateboard, vroom vroom.
This is actually the longest I've ever had my hair. Really? I just was like, you know, I never had my hair long. How do I know I don't like it? I don't like it.
You should put a little band. You gonna put a little band in it? Pull it back, like right there.
It's a secret.
You should do that.
Yeah.
You should do that, and then get some Petroli. Do you know what Petroli is? Petroli.
Mhm.
So the hippie perfume.
Ooh, I should do dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks would be sweet. Get you some fucking dreadlocks. That would change your whole appearance.
Yeah.
Some dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I'm a transient. Much love, Scott. Much love, Chris. Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. It's funny how, like, to me, like, a lot of the vaping laws that they pass are so not forcible. Like, it's not enforceable. You know what I mean? Like, even the TPD regulations in Europe, they're not really enforceable. Like, they you know, like, you get it, like, they say you can't sell a tank that holds more than 2 milliliters, so they give you, like, a little rubber insert that you just throw away as soon as you get it. You know what I mean? And then fill it up the way you want. So it's not like any of these are really enforceable. The only way they can really enforce it is either shutting down the actual, you know, product, nicotine, or at the sales level, just restrict the sale of it like they do. And then, of course, it would just go black market like everything else does that they try to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing when you think about it, that, like, just what's going on with it and why they're so hard up on it. Obviously, it's because of money, but it's really just a weird thing how it's going on. You would think, like, people nowadays would just be like, who gives a shit? Like, if you want to vape, vape. If you don't. Like, we got people getting their fucking sex changed and shit, and it just seems like an easier going world. Like, nobody cares.
You know, that's a good point, man. It's like, you know, like, for example, like, if somebody gets a sex change, I could give 2 shits. Like, if they've got the money to pay for it, it's a lot of money. Insurance doesn't cover that, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's like if somebody's a vegan, if somebody's like, there's all these different things that people, it may not be good for you in a way. It's the same thing with vaping, but it's funny how we get, like, a lot of fight we have to put up with to keep up with it. It's just like, you would think in today's world, nobody would really give a shit that much. Like, they would just be like, if you want to do it, do it. You're not hurting me. You know, it's just like when people talk about gay people, like, they're not bothering me. Like,
yeah. I mean, you know, I think the whole thing about it is it's hurting the bottom line of other companies, and that's really where the key is, and that the you know, the epidemic, which is fucking laughable, is all manufactured by the media. And it's funny because, you know, 30 years ago, before the invention of, like, mass media or social media, like, people just sat back and thought that was the way it is. But then now that you have social media and people that are actually awake and informed, like, you see the bureaucracy and the bullshit that actually comes out is you know, it's a crock of shit, man. It's all literally about money. If vaping didn't affect anybody's money, they would leave us the fuck alone. They wouldn't care. You know what I mean? If it wasn't making people healthy, if it wasn't an alternative to big tobacco and the sales that are lost there, then we'd be left completely alone. But, you know, when the little guys start cracking into the money the big guys are making, then that's when it becomes a fucking problem. You know, that's when the big guys flex their muscle a little bit, and that's what they're doing. And it's, you know, I've been in conversations with people who've told me that their doctors have told them that vaping is worse. And I actually had a doctor tell me vaping was worse than smoking. I literally had,
Huh.
Yeah, this is back before I started vaping, when I was still smoking. Because I said, well, what about the alternative vaping? They're like, no, that's worse than smoking. Don't do that. I was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then once I looked into it, I was like, wait a minute, that's not accurate. And I made the switch. But I've had other people tell me that their doctors have told them that vaping is more dangerous than smoking.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, people are very gullible too nowadays. That's what it also seems like. It's just people are just so gullible, they'll believe anything they fucking read. And they're just not, like, places that they're not looking in the right places for the correct information. So things are just going to pop up in the headlines, like vaping getting banned because it promotes to young teens. And they'll just see that in a headline, but they're not really looking in the right places. So they're going to believe that because they're not going to look on, you know, BlackCat White Faces or Fresh 03's Instagram to see what's really going on. They're going to just see what's smacked in their face. Unfortunately, we can't put stuff like that in newspapers.
No, because it won't it gets no traction at all. Any of the research that's done that would in any way Like, go against the narrative that's constantly being pumped out now. And I can't believe they're still doing the teen epidemic. Like, I can't wait to see the numbers. I'm kind of scared to see the numbers. Because anytime you start telling teens they can't do something, what do? They go out and fucking do it in mass. You know what I mean? It becomes a bigger issue. And it's like, it's terrifying to me to see what the numbers are going to be the next time they pull them. And I assume it's going to be fairly soon. They're going to start pulling numbers again. It's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that we're going to see lower numbers all the time until maybe something changes. It seems like kids are just, I mean, I don't know, maybe just because of my perspective on things, but it seems like kids are just better nowadays. I know what I was doing at my daughter's age, and my daughter's not doing the same stuff I was doing.
What were you doing at your daughter's age, Nick?
At my daughter's age, actually probably a little bit older is when I really started getting bad.
I was a pretty bad kid.
Yeah.
I was a pretty bad kid. Yeah. I did everything you could possibly think of. Pretty much up until I was about 40. About 38, and then I stopped all that.
When's your anniversary of being clean coming up?
Being July 14th or June 12th.
Really? It's June 12th?
June 12th.
I went to I don't consider this my day. I went to rehab June 28th.
Really?
Of 2013, but I consider the day I got out, which was July 14th.
Yeah. Yeah, I got out right around there, right before that. Yeah, so it'll be 2 years. This will be 2 years coming up, man. I was talking to some of the fellas want to take a trip, and I was talking to them about it, and it's like, it sounds like it's gonna be a fucking blast, and it'll be all the guys, and it'll be a lot of fun, and it's terrifying to me to like do that because I know everybody's gonna be drinking, so it's like hard. Like I have to like watch myself because getting in that environment, even though I've been sober now for almost 2 years, and by that time it'll be over 2 years, it'll be almost 2.5.
Yeah,
it's still scary to me because it's like I know like how I think, and like I can talk myself into doing pretty much anything, or at least I used to be able to. So it's like I just get scared doing anything like that. But it feels like I need to take the plunge. Like I haven't even been to a football game or anything yet.
Yeah.
Or a concert. Well, I did go to a concert sober, which
it
was a country concert, so it's not like it wasn't that big of a deal. But,
I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think as long as you you just got to prepare yourself, really. As long as you think about what's going to happen and what you would do if anything happens. As long as you're prepared, you're good. But, yeah.
So Kip Drippers asked, "What clean from what? It's alcohol. I'm sober." And Parks put in child porn. Oh shit!
God hasn't masturbated in 2 years.
I have not. What's that called? No flap. I have no flapped. 2 years. No, child porn people go to fucking prison. No, I didn't do anything to get me to prison. I just drank a lot, an extreme amount. Yeah, Brian says he doesn't count clean time. I really don't either. I have to think about when my date is. That's why you asked me. I'm like July 14th. No, it's June 12th. Like I have to actually think about it. I try not to think about it. I try to just take it all one day at a time, type thing.
Yeah,
as cliche as that is, it's kind of how I think about it. Just get me to bed tonight without doing it.
Yeah, I never did. My first go around, I couldn't even tell you the day that I went or anything. But this time, I think because I went to meetings a lot, they would ask me, so it got kind of implanted in my head, and I got out. I forget why I remember the date that I got out, but I remember that I was in for 21 days.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had the insurance. Yeah, you had the insurance covered.
Oh, dude, the first time I was in for 3 months.
Were you really?
Yeah, I stayed for 3 months.
Inpatient? 3 months in inpatient?
Inpatient, yeah.
Oh, I'd go fucking nuts. Yeah. I would go nuts. I didn't want
to leave at a certain point.
I'll tell you, man, like, not being around, like, okay, so I went to an all-male recovery program this time, and not that I was looking to have any sort of relations with a woman by any means, because that's not it. But not having any female interaction was like, awful.
It's weird. Yeah.
It was awful. Like, we'd go to the grocery store and I would like talk to the grocery store clerk. Like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I like it. That hair looks nice. That's really cool. I'm not hitting on you. I just want some sort of female interaction. Like, it's like, I need like something. It was weird. Like, if I ever go to prison, I'm in major trouble.
Yeah, too much testosterone. Well, they got the guards there. They'll keep you company.
Oh, that's true. Female guards. Yeah, that probably wouldn't work out too well. Yeah, but it was like, I couldn't imagine 90 days, man. I would have went fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, I was good with it. I think halfway through, one of my buddies came in with me, and he stayed clean for the whole time in there. As soon as he got out, he started. But I didn't. Every time I went in and came out, I didn't talk to anybody that I hung with at all. Like, I don't talk to anybody that I was associated with.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when I see them, it's quick hi bye and I'm done.
Yeah, that's kind of the way you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is people, places, and things. And the people are the most important thing. I mean, I have buddies and stuff that I've been friends with for years. I really don't talk to them that much anymore. And a lot of their conversations are based around getting hammered. And it's like, I just can't. But they're able to control it. Well, I'm not control it, but they're just not alcoholics. I think some of them are. Like, I actually had a conversation with a guy when I first got sober. He called me and he started talking to me about it and stuff like that. And I'd known this guy for a long time, and I knew he was an alcoholic. And I was like, well, you just need, here's what you need to do. You need to go to rehab. You need to like get clean. You can't do it on your own because you've been drinking too long. You fucking seizure out and die. And he's like, well, I don't think I'm ready yet. I was like, okay, well, call me when you're ready. And I hung up. He never called me. And then maybe about a year. No, it's been almost 3 months ago. He called me again. He was like, I'm ready. And what had happened was he went to the doctor, and they told him his liver was in trouble. And he got diagnosed with liver problems, and that's enough to snap your head on anything. So now he's been sober now for about 100 plus days, now. But the key is to not get to that point.
Yeah,
once you have liver disease, it's not going away.
Yeah, it's just like I say all the time. It's funny what we fall into. It's funny what you fall into with that too. You don't just days go by, and then here you are with a fucking drug problem or alcohol problem, and you don't even remember how you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I seen somebody a little bit ago that I used to hang out with. He was like a good friend of mine when we were getting high. He's like, dude, I thought you were dead. Somebody actually told me you were dead. I was like, well, fuck you. He was like, why? I said, because you didn't go to my fucking funeral, dude. Like, you didn't ask nobody.
That's great. Yeah, you thought I was dead, motherfucker.
Yeah, you didn't even go to the wake. Ask nobody about my funeral.
Damn, not even finding out where my funeral was. Well,
piece of shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, most of them weren't friends anyway. That's what I found out.
No, they're just acquaintances. They're get high buddies. It's very, very rare that you have somebody that you get high with that you actually are good friends with later. Maybe if I have friends that we were friends before drugs were even a thing, and then we would get high together. But then after we both got clean, we were still, because we were friends before we were getting high. It wasn't usually when you're getting high, the only time you talk to anybody is because you're going out to get high or drunk or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
That's the only reason why you're talking to them.
Yeah, somebody said there's a lot of people in recovery, a lot of addicts in the vaping community, and it is because it's a lot of people in recovery because vaping is getting healthier. Getting clean and sober is getting healthier. You know what I mean? So it's like they kind of go hand in hand. So, yeah. Finally got all my computer system issues taken care of, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah, I did watch that video. It looked really good.
It looks good, right? Yeah, finally, man. I feel like I got everything finally how I want it. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up.
So you got your lights all in order too, huh?
Yeah, I got a ton of lights, man. I got
How many lights are on right now?
Three big ones. Yeah. I got 3 big lights. I got 2 here, 2 studio lights, and then I got a big circle light around my camera.
Okay, so you have it almost looks like a big beauty ring, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and you screw your camera on top. It's for like, I think they actually sell it as like being like a makeup tutorial type ring. But you can get them on Amazon. They're not that much. It has a stand. Like I have a stand that I put my camera on. Then I have my up top. Like the only thing I really want to buy is instead get rid of the Logitech for my down low, which I don't really build anymore. So I mean, it's like I guess I use it for reviews, but get like a Sony with like a quick zoom, so I can zoom in real quick and like focus on. That would be the only thing left for me to buy, but that's way down the road.
Yeah, they're So your basement, like your basement's all in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a lot of room in front of your table.
I do. I'm right up against the wall, so this is like right here is my wall.
Yeah.
And that's the green screen, green cloth or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, that's that. And then, I mean, ultimately, I have another bedroom upstairs that I could use as like, but I mean, now that I have my internet down here, I'm probably not leaving. I'm just going to keep it down here. I've got my like my area here is really small considering how much room I have. And now that I'm not really building that much, maybe I'll change it around to be more friendly. I'd like to get rid of the green screen, honestly, because the green screen's kind of, I don't know, kind of takes away from it, I think, a little bit. If I had like a real background, it would probably be a lot better. But when did you
try different things in there? Like try different backgrounds, like not like the watermarks or anything, but like they have like backgrounds that look like it's actually a room that you're sitting in.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Like
Vapor Chronicles Brian uses one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like a room. I mean, I could. I don't know. I don't know. I tried it. I actually think I used the one that he uses one time. It's like a real popular one I found out. I was like, I'll try that. And then I realized he used it, and I was like, I better not use it anymore. Kim asks, when did you stop building? I haven't really stopped. I just haven't built. I just have no drive to build right now. I have no drive. I don't know what it is. I just haven't built. I mean, we built last week. That was the first time I'd built in probably over a month. And I haven't built since. So, I don't know.
Maybe somebody needs to ask you how to do something.
I would just point them to you. I'd be like, ask Nick. Nick's way better than that than I am.
Yeah, I mean, what's good about it is it's always something you could, if you feel like you want to do it, you could always pick it up, or you could also do it like once a week. Like there's lots of people that just build all their coils once a week, or maybe once every other week, and then they're good for a couple weeks.
I think if I needed to, like if I needed coils, but I don't. I have so many coils, dude. It's ridiculous. Like I literally have, I have fishing lure boxes, like the plastic fishing lure box. I have like 6 of those full of coils from people that they've sent me. So it's like, like I can go in there and be like, well, I'll vape Nick's today. I'll vape, who's in here? Addie's tomorrow, or, whoever, all the other people that have sent me stuff. Like right now I'm vaping, Addie's, 4-core and 90s.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have like reason to build anymore in it. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll get back into it. I built a lot at the beginning of the year. I haven't really done it since.
Yeah, that is one of the reasons why I did coil class too, because I know lots of people, I think, rush through all the coils too. Like the newer people coming in, they learn all this stuff really, really quick.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to learn all this shit. Yeah. Like until I knew like every coil, it took me a long time.
That and that's the thing with it. It's like once I felt like I had a checklist that I went down, like all the coils, like back, I've been 2 years ago, but like I had a checklist that I just went down the checklist and I tried to do every single build until it was good, at least for me. And then like after that, like staggering builds, like you literally would have to hold me at gunpoint to get me to stagger something. Like I would literally, Nick, you might have to shoot me at least once to like let me know you're serious, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll finish it. Okay, I'll do it. But like if you gave me a roll of 40 gauge, I was like, make a 4-core stagger, I'd be like, come on, man. You can punch me in the face right now. I'd take that over doing that. Maybe not hard, but like a medium punch to the face.
That's how I get with them. Like sometimes I'll be doing aliens really good and I don't want to do the staggers, and then sometimes I'll do the staggers good and I can't do the aliens good. It's crazy. It's crazy how it goes.
Yeah. And I mean, thank God there's people like you who keep people interested in the craft and keep it growing and things like that. And it's still growing. I mean, on Instagram, I'm constantly seeing new people coming in. And it leads to other hobbies as well. You know what I mean? Like for you, it led to YouTube, and for like, for a lot of other people, it leads to photography and things like that. That's a great thing about coil building is and even though it's something you do by yourself, it still becomes a very social type environment with the shows that are on YouTube and the communication and the live chats and stuff like that. Asgard RDA. I never heard of the Asgard RDA. The next review I'm doing it tomorrow. You already did yours. Doing the Akula, and then I'm doing the Profile Unity after that. And then I don't know what I think I have something else in the box I haven't reviewed yet. I got a cotton I'm going to review on Thursday. But I don't know. I just pick out stuff I'm going to review. I got to buy something else, I think.
I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff you have that you like, dude. My review coming out maybe tomorrow is going to be, I'm still on the Ardent. So I just have like stuff that I don't get them out too quick. I mean, the Oculus is pretty quick, but not really compared to everybody else. There's like 1,000 videos up there.
That's what sucks about, You have to wait. You're already so far behind. That was happening. I dropped my, what review did I do last week? I forget, but it was like, I'm like so far behind everybody else. There's like 25 reviews already out on it.
But I don't know if it really matters, because after that, I'm doing the Twisted Messes Pro. So
are you?
Because I think that people want to know what I think about it. You know, how much do I like it as a building RDA?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'll say this: I think I was never a big fan of Twisted Messes RDAs. I just didn't like the way they vaped. But this Akula is the best vaping RDA that I've used from him.
Yeah,
I love. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
I like
really,
it a
really
lot.
like it a lot.
Yeah, the deck I love, how it looks I love. I do like the vape. It vapes how I like to vape. But there are so many really good RDAs with really good flavor out right now.
Mm-hmm.
That it's hard to say that it's really great flavor for me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, that's just how it's going. It's just like you either get a building cloud chaser RDA or you get an RDA for flavor that can't take the big coils as much as like the Ocula can.
I mean, a lot, because a lot of the bottom airflow have this stuff already on the deck, so there's really no room for the other stuff. And those are, quite frankly, in my opinion, are the best as far as flavor goes. Yeah. But it takes away the building part of it.
Yeah.
So I have a waffle I'm doing. Whoever's in the waffle, I got like 10 people in it. There's a waffle directly after this show. I'm going to be on Facebook. I'm going to try to do it from here. Well, I don't know if I can.
What you talking about? I'm making waffles.
Waffles, yeah. I love Shrek. When you come back, I'll make waffles.
Yeah, so I have to look at Eddie. I have to look at what that Asgard is, but I like Vapor's Cloud. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I like Vapor's Cloud too. They used to be really big in Columbus with the Buddhas and all that. The 1111, all those were huge.
It's one of my favorite mods is the VCM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can get one of those for like $25 now.
The VCM?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if they're still in stock, but I know they're priced really, really low right now.
Wow.
The original VCM. Yeah.
This was my favorite mod for a real long time, and that's the Buddha. That's the Buddha. Ooh. Got a little dirty building there. Yeah, maybe I'll even install something on a K-Fun tonight. Have you ever had a K-Fun?
No, I haven't. I'm on Addy's list, though, for one. I'm on Addy's list. I know he said he was starting to work on it pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get it. I'm going to cherish that thing once I get it. But yeah, I'm on the list. I haven't got one yet, though.
Yeah. Well, when you get it, you'll love it.
VCM T2. I think I have the VCM T2 by Vapor Clouds. I have that RTA. I think I have the one as well over there somewhere. I have boxes full of stuff that I never use. That's why I don't try to keep anything anymore, because it's like I have so much already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll look it up, Eddie. And
yeah, I'm going to look it up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look it up right now.
The triple RTA. I think I know what the triple RTA is.
Asgard RTA. I'm probably not saying it right. It's probably not Asgard. Oh, it's a 30 mil. That's why I haven't seen it, because I don't look at 30 mils. Huh. Is it, this is... Let's see here. This is by Vapor Clouds. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I am of legal smoking age. Let's see if we can see a deck pic. There's the deck. Ah! Postless deck. Airflow is right on the coil. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool looking. I like it. Let's see. Go to laptop 2. So here it is. Oh, great. It gives you a little picture.
It's Twisted 420.
Is that who did it? Twisted 420? There it is. There's the deck.
That would make sense, because he likes
Wonder if it'll go back to Zoom without freezing us. Did it freeze us? No, it didn't. I was worried I was going to come back and Zoom would be froze. Yeah, that's pretty cool. $60. It's a little pricey.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think of a couple things to get.
Maybe I will get that. All right. Well, for everybody watching, if you have not put a number in yesterday's episode of the Vape at 5, it's Merlin, BlackCat's featured builder, Merlin, episode 277. I need a number between 1 and 150 put into that episode. You will have your chance to win tomorrow a 60, 70 mil, 50 mil, something, of Cat's Whiskers by Shy Tot. So you're going to win that, and you're going to win a set of coils from Mr. Merlin. So do that. Right after this, I'm going to get off here a little early so I can do the giveaway, or the random, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. For the waffle that I'm doing. And tomorrow, I will have the Akula review for you guys. What do you got going on, Nick? So you got your coil class tonight.
Yes, coil class tonight, doing the parallel Clapton, which goes right into stagger fuse Clapton, staggering half staggers. Try to make it easy for you to learn them. And then I should have an Ardent video out probably tomorrow. And then Saturday, I'm live every Saturday night, 7 o'clock. So I'm going to try to keep up the content as much as I can, because I think I'm going to be having off the weekends, which is good. I get to rest and make videos, because making videos does not take as much out of me as working construction.
I'll bet. Yeah, I got dinner being made upstairs. I don't know what it is, but I'm fucking starving. I had a very small lunch. Well, for me, it was a small lunch. It wasn't a small lunch, but for me, it was a small lunch. I like big meals. Huh?
Surf and turf.
Yeah, no, I had chicken mushrooms, and like onions and rice.
Chicken mushrooms?
Chicken and mushrooms.
Oh, I thought you were going to do them chicken.
I'm not a mushrooms fan, but I was hungry, so I ate it.
Have you ever done kale mushrooms?
I've done mushrooms, yes.
Yeah.
I have, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple really fun experiences and a couple really crazy bad experiences. Drove with the lights off of my car for about 7 miles on a country roads with I'm fucking tripping my balls off on mushrooms. Mom, I hope you don't hear that up there. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I should be dead. I think back about all the times I should be dead. That's one of them. I should have died that night. I really should have. We made it out of there. I don't know how. All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining. I'll be over on the YouTube here in like 2 minutes. I will see you tomorrow for the Akula review. Nick, thanks so much for joining, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you.
Yep. So do you take this Zoom right over to Facebook? Go ahead, see what's good. You should be able to.